Hang on, my ticking. Yep. Howdy doody. Right. If you were watching the other one, sorry, I didn't like it, so I got rid of it. Alright. So do better. Do better. Right. So what I want to talk about is you and the people around you, and how it's not really people who are in dark places and stuff. It's just basically how you should be as a person, right? And that is, you're worth something. All right. You saw me rocking that shirt, that hoodie, you know, that I had. Hang on a minute. I'm pausing it. Alrighty. I'm back. So that's it. You are enough. Yeah, hope so. Right. So first and foremost, Paul, how are you, mate? To everyone out there who knows Paul, he's the main driving force. He was the one who was the reason why I changed the name of my channel to Go Get a Pie. Ever since the bus incident, when the copper said maybe he's going to go get a pie, and I'm going, go get a pie, why don't you go get a pie? So yeah, it's all stemmed from that. And Paul's been there, you know. Well, Paul lost his mum earlier this week. So for everyone who put something up on the Facebook thing that I put up, thank you. And to those who just, you know, be there for Paul, and that's what this segment, this video is about. Your worth, right? Your worth. Now, we know what we're worth, and we've all done it. We've all listened to ourselves. We've all, you know, undershot ourselves, you know, for whatever reason. New friend, girlfriend, whatever. We've all done it. We have. You know, and we've had people say, well, you let them treat you like that, you know, you're better than that. You know, and normally we wouldn't, but we have. And sometimes that can piss off other people. Just recently, you know, Rick, friend of mine, right? He was put in contact with me through Steve, because Rick was going through some dramas, right? Basically, he was right there, you know. And Steve wanted him to talk to me, and a bit like with Greg, you know, and other people, you know, because I failed. I can see it coming up on people, you know. And you look at the world a bit different after things like that happen, you know. And believe it or not, you try and actually, at the first stage, if you survived, like me, but I just want to make it quite clear, I didn't want to survive, okay? If Danny hadn't have done what he did on the video, I wouldn't have laughed and I wouldn't be here, okay? That's what I would have preferred then. Now we get to now. When you hit that point, you've lost all worth. You've lost your worth in yourself. People are going to lose worth in you. That's them. That's them losing it. We're talking about you, okay? And for those people who have got someone in their life that, you know, just hits a dark patch now and again, right? We all hit them, regardless of, you know, mental illness, whatever. You know what? Let them talk. For everyone who's got a friend out there who suffers a bit, who's got a friend who suffers a little bit, take a minute, step back, sit, have a cigarette, and ask yourself, have you ever let that person just talk without you getting involved, without an opinion, without something that is equivalent or worse than their situation? Have you just shut up and let that person talk? Just talk. It's amazing how many people say, yeah, I've let them talk, and you haven't. You haven't. Like when I talk of my past, you can't get involved. It's not your past. It's not what shaped you. It's my life, and it's made me what I am today. You know, and you can't judge me because you know me. So this is the thing. If you're friends with somebody, this is what I say to people. You know, you can look at a person instantaneously. I don't get this. I don't get this. It takes time to build up a relationship. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's just a load of shit. It's a load of hogwash. And that, yeah, all right. As you walk along beside a person, you'll see things that you'll see pop up every now. But really, at the start, that's what you're seeing. That's it there. You've caught them, and you've got them, and you've seen a glimpse of something. That's what they really are. That's what you're going for, right? Like arseholes will stick with arseholes, like the Lebos, you know, they stick with the Lebos, huh? Right? Hectic, right? So, if they're telling you something about their past, it'd be a pretty shit thing to, you know, go, judge them. I mean, that's where Glenn and I, you know, that's why I brought up that thing with knights and priests. Well, what's the difference between a knight and a priest, really? Nothing. Nothing. They both want the same in life, to look after the people. They're there for the people. They cannot condone any wrong. They can't. And that's the knight too. You can't. Where does it say a priest cannot pick up arms? He can. They can. Alright? If they have to. Alright? You know, oh, but when they camp at night, the knights, you know, he pisses off into town and gets a couple of girls and gets some, you know, bottles of wine, and he's kicking it on in the tent with the girls, and he's fornicating, and, you know, all of this, and the priests. Hear that? Hear that? Police station shut. Yeah, Jacinta Ellen. Yeah, you know. But what? The girls came on their own behalf. Everyone was not forced into anything. But the night, he's not camped right next to the priest. He's on the other side, but you can see him. You can be 2, 3 different types of people, 4 types of different people, different ways in life, you know, but you want the same goal. You know, I don't have to think like you to get there. I can get there how I am. I'm just cleaning up another road. It's, look at us as graders. We're all a different grader. We're coming in and we're cleaning. Along the way, we're cleaning. You know, there is no right or wrong way to get right done. So long as you want, you've got the best intentions. You've got the best intentions, right, in your mind. That's the best. You thought that was the best thing to do. Is that you can't? How can you knock someone for that unless it's completely and utterly stupid? You know, like, oh, I thought putting more petrol on it might turn the fire down. You know, well, don't. There are dickheads out there that still think that, right? But never ever lose your worth in yourself. I did. And you do things. You do silly things to get it back. And it's to jumpstart it, because we're talking death here, guys. Okay. I almost killed myself. Right. Now, I'm wanting to stay alive. I don't think, I say there's silly things, I did some silly things, you know, to give me a boost, get me back on focusing on something. You know, people might put me down for what I do, whatever like that. If I didn't hurt anyone, and I was only hurting myself, right? Let me ask you this: was it worth it? Well, was it worth it? Because I'm still here. You know? So as long as I'm not hurting anyone, I made some stupid, maybe made some stupid decisions after, you know, coming back from that. But I wanted to get as far away from that as quick as possible. So I ask again, with whatever I did that was silly or stupid, was it? Was it? It's amazing, you know. You can be, a lot can happen in someone's life in a very short term, and that was mine, and many other people out there. And a lot happens. Sometimes it's just it's unbelievable what one person can go through in, say, a month, 2 months. Mine started, and it still hasn't finished. You can't lose your worth. People can lose worth in you. That's fine, that's them. Don't you. So you need to do things to keep that worth in there. So you need to be extra vigilant on what you see and what sees you, because you need to see, everyone's looking for something. I'll give you an idea, right? Okay, what I'm trying to get at. I was riding my bike, my Harley, right? And there was this little kid. So I'm making a right hand turn into Eltham, right? Yeah, come down around. I had the stereo blaring. That's me, JB here. How the stereo blaring, right? On the Harley, right? And I saw this little kid, you know, as I'm coming around the corner. I look, because you look, you know, and I saw him standing there on the grass, on the embankment of the grass, because the chicken shop's there. And when I come around, you come around and sort of come around, and you're pretty close, you know. There's just a lane across. And this kid, well, he'd already stopped when he heard the bikes, the sound of the bikes. But when he heard music, coming out of the bike, the look on his face, it was like, oh yeah, bikes. And then it's just gone, oh, and and me, right? I'll never forget, right? At least I took my hand off the throttle, but I already hit cruise control, so I was on the lean. And I take my hand off the cruise control, and I've gone, hey, hey, like that, you know. I give him the thumbs up, mate. And this kid, he's telling us, he's gone. We pull up the road, you know, stop for coffee, my mate and I. And the car happened a bit, was behind us and saw the whole thing. And we stopped. My mate and I were taking off our helmets. My mate says to me, he goes, mate, you changed that kid's life. Like he's now taken it. He instead of taking that step in life, he's gone that way. Yeah. And as he said that, the bloke in the car and his missus said they were getting out too, and he's gone, you did. We saw it. It was fantastic. You know, that's worth something. That little moment probably took that little boy from what he was going to take a step in life, in direction. It's a direction. It could be anything. It could be disaster. It could have been better. But he's stopped and he's turned and he's gone, yeah, like, oh, not only the sound of the bike, but just the whole, he's trying to take it all in. You can see it was just, he couldn't believe what he was hearing. Like, you know, it's just off the music, clear as a bell. And then the guy he sees me while he's leaning. He's doing, yeah, go, mate. That kid took a step in that direction. Not that one, this one. You know how? With a smile and a like, yeah, on his face. That can't be a bad direction. So that's what I mean. That was my worth. That was worth something to him. Alright? Don't lose your worth. And for your friends, for the people out there who know someone, everyone needs to talk. We all have closets. And sometimes the bones need to come out and get rattled, you know. When that happens and you're present and it's a friend, don't speak. It's not your story. You're enough, though, where they trust you to speak. That's what you're missing. They're giving you, when they speak, you shouldn't be listening to what they're saying, is what I'm trying to say. Don't listen to what they're saying. All right? It's the fact that they've chosen you to say it to. They trust you. We trust you. How many times have we said something to people and it's gotten back, it's gotten out? Yeah. When someone picks you to talk, you need to understand that you're now a guardian of that conversation. They've picked you. Don't ruin it. Because you ruin it for the next person. You might only be in their life for a brief moment, you know? It doesn't end badly or nothing like that, but it's, you know, just a brief moment. Why make the next person down the line have to put up with more shit, more weight? You're piling it on because it takes longer than for them to open up a little bit. So shut up. Shut up. And also another thing too, if Danny used to do this to me, right? I'd say, yeah, right, how are you, mate? Yeah, you good? Yep, right out, have a coffee. You go, how are you? I say, yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, and then he'd say this complimentary, you know, like full of compliments, Danny. Right? You go, mate. He said, you look like shit. Oh, oh thanks, Danny. Worries, mate. And me, yeah, well, you know, if you feel shit on the inside, you might as well show it on the outside. And you go, what's going on? Danny meant the best. Danny's got a good heart, right? But Danny's Danny, and he's funny. Now, you can only say this about a person if you know them and you love them. But Danny used to go, well, come on, what's going on, mate? And he didn't bring anything out of you nicely. No, you'd literally go off like Mance and Helens, you know, instead of the calm, you know, dribbling of the lava down. No, no, Danny's not happy with that. It's got to be a brimstone and fire. Fucking the ocean's got to be on. Of course, when that happens, everyone runs for cover. Danny's the first to run under the table, right? And you go, mate. Oh, you know, mate, I've got to put up with enough. All right, I don't need to hear this stuff. All right, I've got to. Just shut you down. Oh, fucking idiot, mate. Funny, but just let them talk. And if you do ask someone twice how they are, be prepared for the second one because you asked it. Otherwise, I was fine to say, cool, Danny, no worries. You ready to go? Because he's never ready to go straight away. And you just know, it's like, you just check his oil or, you know, it's always something, mate. You know, you've ever met a bloke who can ride Harley all around the fucking world, right, and he couldn't change the wheel? Yeah, that's Danny. Not a mechanical bone in his body. It's a wonder that he knows how to fucking recharge a torch. You know, his house was automated, his cars are automated, that fucking new alley was automated, right? Unreal. But anyway, so yeah, don't ever lose your worth. Because that's what happens. Suicide David comes along. And I survived it. At the time, I wanted to go. That was a fail for me. Because Danny made me laugh. Huh? Just millimetres. And I didn't want to be there. And I was there when a tooth flew out, or a couple of teeth. And the cavalry's coming. You know they're coming. And just sitting there going, fuck, I don't need this. I don't need this. But at the same time, and people might say, well, why didn't you reload? Yeah, well, it does cross your mind. But before you, when you've missed and you go, and you come out of it, you know, and it's only for a second. It's a second, and it's a glimpse. It's a glimpse of something that's warm, and it shines. It's just a glint. It's a flash, you know, and then realise it, bang, but that right there. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was enough for me to go, I want to know what it was. I think I know what it was. It was me, happier times. We can all get happy again, but never the way we were. We'll never get that happiness back. And that's what you've got to understand. Some things have gone. You know, some things have gone. It's like my mate, you know, a friend of mine. He a mutual friend of ours. He jumped in a pool, and it wasn't full yet, and he went in, and yeah, as I said, it wasn't full, and he died. 7 foot. He's a big alley-oopy. He would have known he was in a bit of trouble. And that's, you know, that's another thing about human beings. You know, when there's time there, when we can see that there's time before a person died, even if it's a split second, if you were that person, you know, it's going to feel like an eternity of pain. That's why we get upset when people go out violently, or when it wasn't their time, they brought it forward or something, or a ridiculous car accident. We mourn on the way that they've gone, because we know there was some time there and they knew that they were going to go. And our brains follow on what would it, and we immediately know what they would have thought. I don't want to die. That's if it's an accident, not suicide. I'm sure the ones who jump off think that's a bit of time. I mean, you're jumping off a 50-story building. I mean, all right, you're going to go. There's no doubt about it. You're gone, right? You're gone, right? But you're going to be awake though. I mean, have you ever had those dreams where you jump off a cliff or something, and it's like, yeah, and you can feel it, and you're like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and you're trying to that fucking, it's a shit feeling. That, yes. I mean, I've done bungee jumping and I didn't feel that, you know, but it's after so long. Bungee's not long enough. I'm sure you find a bungee somewhere where you can get that feeling. But you know that feeling, you're just like, oh, it's that start, yeah, and it's like you hit your terminal velocity, and then it's just someone's hit the accelerator, and you, oh, someone said, you pass out. No, I don't reckon. I don't reckon. Maybe at a plane height, but not at a building height. I don't reckon. You'd be spewing if you jumped off the wires and you went past and they had a sail on the 6th floor. Oh. You're going to have a sick attitude too. Because once you've been there, you know what? Anything's funny after that. Believe me. I will do whatever it takes without hurting anyone, and so should you, right, to keep your worth. Because if that keeping your worth is keeping you here, then it's worth doing. As long as you're not hurting anyone, offending anyone, okay? And for all you people out there who've got Pinocchio noses, stick them in, right? Trim them up. This awareness for the mental health, yeah? It's a joke. You know who's aware? I'll tell you who's aware. Julie, Paul, Desi, Andrew, Scrape, you know, all these people in my channel. You know what we do? We look after each other in it. I know that every one of them is thinking of me at one time, every day, and they know that I'm thinking of them. And if you didn't know, well, now you know. I said to Julie just recently, I said, you know, and I said, I want you to understand this, right? Whenever you think that that's it, you know, no one's thinking of you. No one's thinking of me. Right? I said to her, I said, I'm always thinking of you. So don't ever say that. Don't ever try and believe that one. No one's thinking of me. Mightn't be there, but my thoughts are with you, like with everyone else too, on this channel. That's your worth, because you're worth something to them, and you've got to appreciate their worth, their thought to you. That's a worth. You understand? Another thing too, don't be afraid to show your scar. What scar? You know the scar. We've all got it. And we can't change it. I can't change it. I'll get scarred again. You know, we help people. They burn us, shit in their face. People are like, yeah, you're too nice. You got to change. You got to do something different. Well, no. That's me. That's you. Might last for a week. We try. We can't. You know? And for that, that's the scar. We get hurt right there. And I'm not ashamed to show it, because a long time ago I was. Because to get a scar like that, you've really let them in close. You might think people think you're a fool. Things like that. You know? But you're not. That's a real person. I've seen people without the scar, and me personally, they're not nice people. The ones who don't have it aren't really that nice. They're not nice people anyway. They're probably the ones who've done it to us anyway. You know? And that's the other thing too. You got to do something too. That's like, I didn't say it. I've been trying to say it. I've been helping Mad Cow move. It's a big move, mate. And it's an emotional move. I mean, literally, this move, this is like, it's like a pilgrimage. You know, I need to. I've had to take it. I've had to back a bit. It got overwhelming at the start, because it's like every drawer he opened, it was a memory that he hadn't looked at for, you know, he hadn't looked in that drawer for 5 years. And of course, when he's opened it, he's seen something, you know, because he had his best mate living there, and his best mate passed away, and he was there, so he left him there, left Mark there, and Mark was going out with this girl, or, you know, and they both lived there, and that fell apart on him. I mean, she's still friends with him. She's still, you know, they've got a good friendship and stuff. I think they realise that they, you know, they do care for each other. They do. But there's a past there, and that came out a couple of times. But we're only human. But I was watching them, and they weren't doing much. It was almost like it was too hard for them, and that was hard to watch, because that's all I am. I'm watching. I can't. What can I do? I'm there. What am I going to say? Come on, hurry up, pack a box. He can't pack a box. I mean, he did, but he couldn't carry. He didn't carry. It's very hard for Mark to carry anything. And the way he sits there and he just watches you, you know, it's like, he's, you doing? Hey. But you can still do something, you know. And I think, you know, Mark's realised it, but this isn't the time to be saying it. But I'm still helping him move. and yeah, and you know, he vents, and that I vent, we all vent, you know. You know, it's how much do you want to, how much do you want to believe is our true feelings when we vent? If you people go, oh, you believe all of it, you're a fucking idiot. That's not the right thing to do. You know, it's like years ago, people when people found out someone's loved one or passed away, a member of the family, they used to watch that person, you know, who was affected, and it was almost like they're waiting for the grief to come, the grief, you know, and that everyone. I saw it when I was a kid. The days are different. They were different. This generation, you know, coming up, they got no idea, mate. They got no idea, mate. You know, their idea of feeling is their mobile phone and vibrate. So yeah, you must do something as well as you know. And for those people, don't use that. Don't use the thought that that's enough for you to be here. Your thought for me is enough for you. No, it's not. That's not even an action. Right? You need to get up and do something for yourself too. That's what the idea is. If I'm thinking about you, and I've got a feeling I want to be here tomorrow to think about you. So what I've got to do? I've got to eat. I've got to exercise. I've got to keep my head clear. You know. So you got to put your own due diligence in there, your own responsibility. You just can't palm it off on other people. I've been listening to Mark and Maxine doing that, and they're just venting though. It's just a vent. You can't take it personally. You can't. You know. But don't ever lose your worth. But understand this: people can lose the worth in you. They've got no trust, whatever be the case, for their no mannerisms. Yeah, okay. Whatever you've done, whatever, okay. But don't lose your worth. Yeah. I'll show you how you do that. This is around. Right. So, anyway. Right. So, you take this. It's $10. Yep. Be crinkled. It's a real one. $10. Right. So to get you going, this is how you do it. Right. And you put this $10. You fold it up. Right. Where you know it is, but you can't see it because you can't fly it. This is to say, this is to help you understand what I'm trying to get at. So you put this in here, see, in here, right deep in there, where you don't put in, you don't go, you just don't go there, but you know it's there, just like this. See this, right? This was full throttle, okay? The chip, right? You know who bought me that? David Tyler from Forgotten Angels bought me that with Cindy. Yeah, that was good. That was good. So yeah, so what I'm saying is, it's all right. So that I know that $10 is there. That's $10, right? Now, let's say I go to the shop, and you know, I want to go to the shop, and I've got to get something, right? And I get there, and it's $60. You don't get it. Understand? You don't get it. don't care if you've got 10 bucks at home, and you can replace it. That's 10 bucks in there. Okay, you can make the amount whatever you want. Okay, preferably 10 bucks or more. 100 bucks, even better. And you're right on it. This is my worth. You're not worth 10 bucks, but it's a metaphor. Okay, I don't want to fucking get sued or anything like people doing. Don't you think I only 10 bucks? No, in Thailand you're $5. Right, anyway. Right, so, you understand what I'm saying? I don't care. You don't give that away. Because it's no different you doing that to you doing it with yourself. So that's you. Okay? And you stick it in there. You don't give it up. You understand? Listen, you can go to all the hell. You can go to all the fucking psychos out there, the shrinks and everything else like that. You know who fixes us? Us. Each one of us. You fix me, I fix you, we fix them. We're like this, we're a network. Right? And it's not a problem, it's life. Some we've been hit with it harder. Mate, the youth today, they think they're getting their fingers stubbed in the door. It's life changing. See this? Look at this. Look at that. See? My fucking finger won't shut. Look. Oh, it won't shut. I'm not joking. I'm not putting that on either. It's fucking sore. And I rode motorbikes. You know, and I said to Mary, I said, what was it that happened before I did that? And that, what actually caught, I know I did it. I did this. But what was the lead up for me to do that? And she had to answer it. She said, yeah, me. I said, that's right. Don't bring your black clouds home. You understand what I said then? Don't bring the black clouds home. If they can be left out there, leave it out there. Right? If they can't be left out there, and you're in a bit of a state, or whatever like this, send me a text. But don't bring it inside. Don't take it inside. That's your home. Stay outside until it's gone. Home is your church. It's like really, if you're in a relationship, you don't go to sleep without saying I love you. You don't go to sleep angry, because you're only going to wake up angry. You know, only going to wake up angry. You know. You ever heard the sun in the morning say, get the fuck up? No. No. You ever heard the moon say, fucking go to sleep? No. No. Thanks, come. Same speed every time. You know? They change through the day. Knowing that they're going to see new people. Make someone's day there. It's going to be a bad day over there. We'll try and make it a good day for them tomorrow. Okay? It's not hard. This, you know, but some of these motivational things, some of them are actually ridiculous, and what they say, you know, really. So, hope you're feeling better, Paul. Danny, still sailing, I see. Yeah, to everyone, I'm thinking of yes. That's what this channel's about. Helping each other. Becoming a family. Support. Alright? And pass it on to other people who don't know how to, maybe they want to help someone who's going through a hard time, but they just don't know how. You know? Just listen to them. The best thing you can do is just sit beside someone and they know you're there, and you just listen. But mind you, if you do add to the conversation, don't add to the conversation. What you give them is solutions. Give them ideas. Well, maybe try that. Maybe try that. Give them variances. Don't try and lock them in on something either. That's just make sure the gate's wide open. So what about this? It's wide. You can still go that way and this way. But look at it. It's broad. Yeah. All right. Go eat a pie. Yeah.